you know, your muscle is like an engine, and car engines, you know, you've got to warm up the car so the engine's temperature's in the right zone. Well, muscles are just like that. These chemicals work at a certain temperature, so you need about 15 minutes at least to warm up, just to get warm. And you know, before a race you need to be sort of probably sweating lightly, you know, not out of breath, but you need about 15 minutes to do that, sometimes longer. And you also need, apart from being warm, the nerves and your brain needs to be switched on. So if you're going to do a 3-minute, you know, race,
Sprint.
you need to be able to pedal at 150, you know, cadence of something like that. You can't just do a warm-up where you're going along at 70, 80, 90, you know, you've got to do your warm-up so you're sweating, and then you've got to go and do some little spinning sort of sessions, and you've got to do some sprints, okay, develop power. So nothing in the race you haven't done before the race, okay. Going back to the rugby players that look after at the moment, you know, before the game they do a couple of laps of the field, and then they do some sprints, and then they do all the specific skills, which might be throwing, kicking, catching, tackling, but all of them before the whistle goes, okay. Basketballers, if they miss the first throw, then they haven't warmed up, have they? You know, some people miss the first few, then they get into it, and then they're accurate. And if that happens, they haven't warmed up properly. Right. So if you're a downhiller, you can't just go along the tar seal and go up and down. You need to find something you can do a little bit of downhill, okay? Or a cross-country rider, same thing. It's got to be specific. You have to be confident that you're fit enough, and that a few little 20-metre hills, you know, like if it Halls or Quarry, you could find a little bit. You could just do a couple of turns, you know, just get your rhythm. You're trying to get rhythm because that's the brain. Okay? So the engine can be warmed up, but you could be feeling clumsy. So you've got to warm up the body, and you've got to warm up the brain by doing some things that, you know, are like the thing you're doing. Okay.